You've sent Elon Musk, the world's richest man, a free Ryanair ticket. Are you trying to soothe things?
I don't think so. I think he deserves a reward given the amount of free publicity he's generated for Ryanair over the last 5 days. We've seen a big surge in visitors to the Ryanair website and their mobile app. Yesterday we launched this big idiot seat sale celebrating the spat between Elon Musk and myself, where 100,000 seats are available over the next 3 days for just €17 or £17 one way, bringing low-fare air travel to many more millions of UK and European citizens. And I think we should all be grateful for Elon Musk for helping to promote Ryanair and our low-fare flights.
Hang on though, the seat sale says, if I'm not mistaken, this is for Elon Musk and other idiots. Are you really calling your passengers idiots?
Well, no, I mean, we say our passengers are free to avail of these seats, but we've deliberately pointed the seat sale at Elon Musk and idiots on X. If we can widen our passenger profile, encourage more people to get out of their bedrooms posting anonymous rubbish on social media platforms, and get out and travel and see more of Europe and interact with actually real human beings instead of bots on X, I think it would be a great service for humankind and certainly for Europe's citizens.
Now, the world's richest man has said, I want to buy Ryanair. Surely you're a businessman. You think, OK, well, how much?
Well, I mean, I think if he wants to buy shares in Ryanair, he's free to do so. We're a publicly quoted company. Our shares are listed on the European and US stock exchanges. He's free to come and buy shares in Ryanair. I think actually it would be a much better investment for him than X has been. But he can't buy Ryanair or control Ryanair. The US government restricts the ownership of US airlines to US citizens, so he's free to buy a US airline if he wants. But the European governments also restrict ownership of European airlines to European citizens. So unfortunately, Mr. Musk, who I believe is an American citizen, isn't free to buy or acquire control or take ownership of Ryanair.
Now, let's look at the possibility of settling this with maybe a bit of arm wrestling, because, for goodness sake, that's what Herb Kelleher at Southwest did one day.
I think that's a brilliant idea, Simon. I think we should challenge Mr. Musk to an arm wrestling match. Let's settle this as like two idiots should. Two old farts arm wrestling or having a boxing match or something with each other. Maybe the best way of actually entertaining the world and driving more free publicity for Mr. Musk and his X platform and Ryanair and our low-fare airline in Europe.
A quick word about how the year is shaping up, in particular for British passengers. So fares, we're short of aircraft, so presumably they're going up.
I think our view is that average airfares might rise by 2 or 3% this year, but oil prices are falling, and I think if oil prices keep falling, we'll be able to pass on those savings in the form of lower airfares. So we're not really quite sure what's going to happen this year. A lot will depend on what Mr. Trump does with tariffs and Greenland and whether there's a trade war between Europe and the US. So it's a very uncertain world out there. We think, and that's one of the reasons why we're encouraging people now to book early for your Easter break, for your summer break. On Ryanair, you'll get the lowest fares in Europe. And if you want to participate in our big idiot seat sale for the next 2 days, you can get seats to Europe from the UK for just £17 one way.
About this time of year, you tend to say you're worried about air traffic control and how that will be, how much disruption it could be for your passengers this summer.
I know it's very disappointing. We still have no reform coming out of the European Union. The Draghi report is now 15 months old. He called for serious reform of Europe's failing ATC system, which is understaffed and badly managed by national governments all over Europe. We think this summer will be another mess with air traffic control. It's good at the moment because we're in the middle of the winter season, but they will continue as they always do. The French will start striking around May or June, and then air traffic controllers will start not showing up to work on Saturdays and Sundays during the summer schedule, and we'll have all these mythical ATC capacity restrictions. They're not capacity restrictions, they're ATC staff shortages, which should be, and we believe the European Union should be fining air traffic control providers if they're not fully staffed for the first wave of morning flights, particularly on Saturdays and Sundays during the summer. Because if you get the first wave of flights away, the rest of the day will operate pretty much on time.
You've previously said that the delays caused, for instance, by air traffic control are causing people to drink too much at airports. Are you concerned about unruly passengers this summer?
I think all airlines are concerned about the rise in passenger misbehaviour. I think the real cause of this has been air traffic control delays at European airports during the summer season. It does lead to a rise in alcohol consumption. I think it is, we have licensing laws everywhere except at airports. I can't understand why you allow airport bars to open and serve alcohol at 5, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. But if you are going to serve alcohol, there should be a limit of 2 alcoholic drinks per passenger or per boarding pass. We operate pretty much the same on board our aircraft. It is very rare we would serve anybody more than 1 or 2 drinks on board, average 1-hour flights, and where people are misbehaving, we don't serve them alcohol at all. But airports fill them full of alcohol during flight delays, and then they leave the airlines, not just Ryanair, all airlines, to deal with the consequences of this disruptive and unruly behaviour, and we have to put a stop to it.
Final question. Today, can you believe it? It's 50 years since British Airways Concorde first flew paying passengers. Can you see a future for supersonic air travel, and will it include Ryanair?
I think it's highly unlikely. I think the world is being served at the moment with new long-haul aircraft technology, and you have now long-haul narrow-body aircraft operating on thin routes. I don't think people are willing to pay the premium for to shave 2 or 3 hours off these transatlantic or long-haul flights. And we're very well served at the moment with the long-haul operators, the transatlantic airlines. It's very difficult to see that the passenger or customer base are willing to pay for supersonic flights. So I think it's unlikely. I think our real focus and the real focus of the industry should be on encouraging Boeing and Airbus to continue to invest in production, increase monthly production. There's a huge backlog of orders for aircraft. Let's fill those orders first. And I really worry when Boeing and Airbus start talking about designing new aircraft. That's when they always go bust, when they let the engineers take over and start designing new aircraft instead of focusing on what they do best, and that is producing great aircraft that burn less fuel so that they're both more economically and environmentally efficient and enable us to pass on lower fares to air passengers.
Michael O'Leary, Chief Executive of Ryanair, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you, Simon, and thank you for coming to Dublin on this rainy day in January. We look forward to seeing you again shortly.